Now, only in JoJo, where they can make holding a lighter feel so intense. Like, my god, man. It was just so intense. I love the way they captured it as well. How the settings, the color tones of the background, the music, it made it feel so intense the whole entire time. And the struggle that freaking Jirno had to go through to keep a freaking lighter lit. That's crazy. Like, the author of this series has genius writing. And just to make an intense scene just by keeping a lighter lit. I've never seen before. Like in some scary movies where the monsters are afraid of light and stuff like that. But nothing like this to this extent. That was crazy. So, in order for Jirno to join the gang Passione, which stands for passion, he had to go through some series of tests. But about this gang that he wants to join, Passione, pretty much controls most of the Italy districts. However, the leader of this group has never been seen before. No one even knows what he looks like. No one even knows his name. So how does someone like that even runs a group like that? That's crazy. But I guess we'll find out later on within the show. Now, getting back into the situation, from ending the prison, from getting out of the prison, as well, was just completely bizarre. This whole entire episode was bizarre, but that's why they call it, Bizarre Adventures, because that was crazy. But seeing the setup as well inside the prison, how everything was green, a very green tone to it, and then seeing this badass dude named Popo and just how big he was, like, my god, like, I've seen some weird faces in this series, but he takes the cake. He literally does take the cake all the way. Because it was just like, seeing him, like, he's one of the big honchos, pretty much. Since the main leader of this group doesn't show himself, or no one knows what he looks like, or his name, he has others running the group for him. So the question is, what does he do all day? I don't know, I guess like most CEOs do. They just go play golf or something. Or he's probably too busy drinking wine, hanging out with women. Who knows? But this guy named Polpo, he's pretty much in the safest position, you could say. He is a higher up gangster, but yet he gets whatever he wants inside a prison. And plus, he is also guarded by the guards there as well. So the rules are you can't give anything to him, nor can you receive anything. Well, I guess except for a flower in Jirno's case. But the guy has it nice when you really think about it. He's inside a very well-guarded security prison. He's head honcho of a big gang. And not only that, but he can leave anytime he wants to, but why? With a body like that, it'll make him an easy target. So it's better if he stays in there and just sits around and let people get what he wants. Now, I was trying to figure out the stand at first. When I was reading JoJo Bizarre Adventures Part 5, I was trying to figure out the stand. But to see him transform from a bed, I'm like, what, is he a morpher or something? No, it's something else, actually. More weird than that. Like, how do you just be so big that you look like a bed? That makes no sense whatsoever. He just changed into that. Does he have more than one stand power or anything like that? Who knows? But throughout the entire time, Jirno's quest was to keep a lighter lit, in order for him to join the gang. And because, when you do things like this, join organizations, groups, gangs, careers, the main important thing ever is trust. The person who's with you, you can say you can make them a lot of money, but they already have a lot of money. And sure, they want to make more, but the thing they want more is time. They want people to trust. Trusting people takes time. So you have to invest your time into people in order to gain trust. And because of that is the reason why Jirno's going through this. If he shows how responsible he is by keeping this lighter lit, it'll show that not only is he a very responsible person, but he can be trusted, despite the fact that he wants to take out the head honcho of the gang leaders. So there all goes that, really. So, like I said, it was a very intense episode. Like, is it gonna go lit? How was the lighter gonna unlit? Like, how is that gonna happen? So he went to his room. Like, usually Jirno is a nice guy. Like I said, he's tough but fair, but he's still a nice guy. he would usually help out people, like whether it was taking pictures for the soccer team or helping this guy carry some heavy stuff. He just says no, no. In a way, he has that focus like Dio does, where when he wants something, that's all he's focused on. You know, he has a goal or a mission, he will focus on that goal and mission, and he'll do it all the way to the very end. Everything else in his way is a distraction, and he will not pay attention to it. And that's exactly how Dio would act, you know, if he wanted something. For instance, Dio wanted a Joestar fortune, so he spent his whole entire life gaining the trust of Jonathan and his father, and been secretly poisoning the father day by day, very slowly, because he had that goal in mind. So it's one of the traits that Jirno got from Dio. And of course, we get to see Kyochi in this episode. Like I said, Kyochi is one of my favorite characters from Part 4, along with Rohan and stuff. So he didn't have much importance to it, except for he just got in the way. He was looking for his passport, but apparently Jirno's going to give him this passport by the end of the day anyway. So it proves once again Jirno's a nice guy. He just needs to keep up on things, because he was so focused, like I said, with keeping the lighter lit, he wasn't really thinking about Kyochi right there at the moment. And because of that, Kyochi somehow found where he lived. I still don't know how he found where he lived, but I guess he must have asked around or something. You could do that, you know. He knows his name and everything. He even has pictures of him. So he probably asked someone around town where Jirno lives at, some high school people, and they just told him. Okay, that's actually regional, so that got cleared up. It was the end part of the show. Like, it was ironic how he went through so much trouble trying to protect his flame, but at the end of the day, it was some janitor who washed it out. But there was not supposed to be a switch on the lighter. So seeing a switch on the lighter out of nowhere made no sense to him. So for some reason, well, of course we know, explanatory, that the stand appeared right when the janitor turned on the lighter again, and the stand killed him, but with no injuries. So, by getting by the information you see in this episode, the way this stand works is through the lighter. Whoever lights the lighter, the stand will appear, and that will give you two options: whether you'll be a chosen one or you will die. So, when you think about it, Jirno never lit the lighter. He never did. But the janitor did, and because of that, the stand came out and tried to see who was worthy of being a stand or not. You see, gaining a stand is probably a really hard life or death situation. There are multiple ways to gain a stand, but one of the most dangerous ways to gain a stand is through arrow. Through an arrow will hurt you when you could be on the verge of dying, especially if you don't have enough strong enough will. However, if you do survive it, the wound will disappear, and so will the arrow, and you gain yourself a new stand. However, if you're not strong-willed, you will die. You'll die by arrow, and it's all over. So when you really think about it, getting a stand is probably one of the most difficult powers ever. Because whether you have to do it by lineage, by an arrow, or you're just born with it, there's still other ways out there in life you can gain stands, but I'm not going to talk about that because it's kind of spoiler territory. Unless you read the books, of course. So, of course, the stand is going out for Jirno, so I might be wrong because, like I said before, Jirno didn't light the thing. The thing was already lit when he got it, so maybe that's the reason why the stand didn't attack him yet. Then yet again, I noticed when Jirno stepped into some shadows, the stand knew where he was at. So I guess that's something to do with shadows and the lighter. I guess the next episode we'll understand more about the stand and how it works and stuff like that, but damn. That old man just croaked. I guess his will wasn't strong enough in order to receive a stand. Because, hell, even animals, rats, dogs, and birds can receive stands if they're strong and smart enough to do it. It's completely possible for that to happen. So I'm not surprised there. But I guess the man just wasn't the chosen one, you could say. So yeah, like I said, this episode was intense. I enjoyed it. The music, the color themes throughout the episode, it was really good, man. And I can't wait for the next, man. It's Friday, boys, and it's the only day I get to relax. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoying the JoJo Bizarre Adventures Golden Wind. If you are, please rate, comment, subscribe, and of course hit that bell icon so you get notified every time I upload. This has been Madcrownxox, signing out. Have a good one.